Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So up early-ish this morning on my way to an indoor facility to meet up with a few of my teammates. We don't have team training today, so we wanted to put in some extra work, so I couldn't have a full breakfast, not enough time to digest. I just had a banana and a coffee and some water, and that should tie me over for the session, and then after that we'll have a full breakfast. That's the plan. Gonna get over there, gonna get a good session.
Oh, perfect. The goals are set up. Yeah, we're in the process of getting them into the wall. Yeah. Yes! Oh my God.
Tried, but these usually work, so you know. That's too much. Lovely. What a game this is! This is fantastic. Well done. Oh!
Get a heavy ball.
That's freaking heavy.
Oh.
Got him.
You know what was nice too? You spun it.
Thank you.
That was,
And it
stopped on the line.
And it stopped on the line.
Stopped on the line. Maybe that's what I did. Too much. See? Didn't stop on the line. Like that.
But it doesn't count.
It's a nice finish.
That's a strike.
Ooh, I like that. Good chip.
I heard it.
Was that David? Yeah.
No, when I wasn't paying attention.
I heard it.
We had it.
I heard it.
Wasn't paying attention. Sorry. Ooh. Oh, that was as square as a nerve. Cool. There it is. Oh, good. It's about
Round and round we go, losing self-control. I keep telling myself, but I don't wanna let you know. Is this what we become? Strangers on the run, looking for something, chasing the sun. All those days, trying to find a place where you only can just be alone, alone. All those nights lying by your side, like it's a vibe, feeling it shine under your spotlight. That's the way every day goes. Looking back, I know we started falling. We were falling in love, yeah. Took my heart and you wrote off. Was I feeling never enough for you, baby? When you left me chasing you, chasing you. We can be all those nights lying by your side.
Oh yeah. There it is. Now hit it with a ball. There it is! One more!
Alright guys, so just got back from the session, really good workout with the boys, getting a lot of touches in there, and I just want to say a huge thank you to Dave Wright who was putting us through that session there. He's the owner of Edge 11 Academy, so he runs it here in Rochester. He works with individuals and teams, trains them up and improves them technically. So if you're ever in town and you want to get a training session in with Dave, you can do that. I'm going to put his links in the description below. But a really good session, got a good sweat on as well, so just going to refuel a little bit before I head off to the gym to do some balance and core work. So what I'm having, I've got some porridge oats here, and I've just stirred in a tablespoon of almond butter. And then in the smoothie, we've got a whole banana, we've got oat milk, we've got a non-dairy protein powder. So I'm trying to cut down on my dairy because I noticed it was causing a little bit of inflammation in my joints. So trying to cut it down. I still have some dairy in my diet, but just trying to minimize it as much as possible. Then on top of that, we also have some mixed berries. And then lastly, we have a superfood blend powder as well. So lots of good stuff in here. Then I'm also going to have a cashew yogurt. So it's made out of cashew nuts. And then I'm going to have my supplements, which I talked about in episode 2. So I've got my multivitamin, we've got glucosamine, we've got fish oil, and also some magnesium. So I will have those with my breakfast. I'm going to finish this breakfast and then I'm going to head off to the gym. Back from my workout, it wasn't very intense as you saw, just working on really strengthening up those ligaments around the joints, working on that core stability, and that's going to overall improve my performance, because if you're more balanced, you have a better center of gravity, you're just going to be able to perform more efficiently, not only athletically, but technically as well. I will talk about the structure of my week's training schedule in a minute. I know a lot of you have been asking about that, but I'm just going to show you what I'm having for my post-workout meal. So I'm having a salmon fillet, then I'm going to have some broccoli and a sweet potato, and then this evening I'll have another meal, probably something along the lines of pasta and chicken with another green vegetable, probably spinach, and also some tomatoes and onions. So that'll be my main meals, and then in between I do have snacks. I don't always remember to turn the camera on every time, but the type of snacks I like to have are things like raw Brazil nuts. I also have pumpkin seeds, just very easy. You can take it on the go, just a handful of nuts, and you're getting a good quality protein source, some healthy fats, and good energy as well. I know a lot of you have been asking about how I structure my training throughout the week in terms of outside of team training, my team training sessions. So we're going to talk a little bit about that right now. In terms of how my week is structured for training, it's usually most intense at the beginning of the week and then tapers off towards the end of the week. And then at the weekends, we usually have 2 games during the indoor season, whether that's on a Friday and a Saturday, or a Friday and a Sunday. So my team trains 3 times per week at home, and then usually we'll have a 4th training session on the road in between our matches, or sometimes on the morning of a match. But it's not very intense at all, usually working on things like set pieces, free kicks, corners, that kind of thing. Very low intensity, but just getting everybody on the same page. If we have a match on a Friday and then Sunday, we'll have a light session on the Saturday just to shake some of that lactic acid out and kind of have an active recovery ahead of Sunday's game. But this goes both for team training and individual training. My sessions are always most intense at the beginning of the week. Sometimes Monday will be rest day if we had a match on the Sunday. Sometimes rest day will be Sunday if we had our last match on the Saturday. I don't like to call it rest day. I prefer to call it active recovery day because I don't just sit on the sofa all day long. I'm doing something that's going to help my recovery, whether it's going out for a walk, whether it's going on the static bike at a very low intensity, just getting my heart rate up a little bit to get some circulation going, flushing out all those toxins, and also doing some stretching, some yoga, some foam rolling. Very low intensity, but stuff that's really going to help my muscles recover to go again for another week of training. So depending on the match schedule of the previous weekend will determine when training starts for that week. It's usually on a Tuesday, which is our most intense day of the week. So we'll be doing a lot of sprints, a lot of plyometrics, a lot of match simulation, stuff that's really going to get that heart rate up. You're going to be working very hard, feeling very tired. Wednesday will be similar intensity, and then Thursday will taper off slightly, usually more technical work, and then Friday, if we do have a session or if we have a match, depending, we'll have a light session in the morning maybe just to shake out some of that lactic acid from the week of training, or we won't train at all and go straight into the match that evening after a lighter session on the Thursday. Then when it comes to individual training, it follows the same format. So Tuesday is my most intense day. This is when I'm in the gym doing strength work, my more explosive movements. Then I might be doing some sprints out on the pitch, getting my heart rate up. This is going to be my most intense day of training. Incorporating the ball as well into these activities, but they're going to be very explosive at high intensity. Wednesday is going to be very similar, but I'm going to be doing more plyometric stuff, more without the weights, so doing more jump lunges, jump squats, things like that, very explosive movements that are going to get those fast twitch fibers really activated. So 2 very intense days of work, then obviously I have team training both evenings as well. When it comes to Thursday, that's when we're tapering off in team training, so I'm also tapering off in my individual training too. So I'm going to be doing a lot of technical work, a lot of dribbling, a lot of shooting, getting a lot of reps in, feeling very clean with my technique. And then Friday, I'm not going to be training individually. I might do some band work, some activation stuff, but I'm going to be taking some time off the ball if we have a match that evening, trying to be as fresh as I can for that match so I can attack it as explosive as possible. So obviously we're not in preseason yet. We've got a couple more days until preseason, so the structure is looking slightly different right now. I'm doing a lot more individual work. We're only getting together 3 times a week right now as a team to train, so we have weekends completely off. So like today is Saturday, I'm getting together with some of the guys on the team, so really trying to get a good level of fitness before going into preseason. You don't want to use preseason as your only time to get fit. If you go from doing no fitness work at all to going straight into preseason, that's a quick way to get injuries, that's a quick way to drain yourself and feel fatigued. So you want to be developing a certain level of fitness before you go into preseason. So preseason starting on Tuesday of this week. And with that, I'm going to try and show you both team training and individual training sessions so you can see the difference, how training looks on a Tuesday to how it looks on a Thursday or even a Friday. But guys, with that, we're going to conclude episode 4. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Seems like you are. You're giving me a lot of good feedback. Make sure you drop any comments below of anything you want to see. But if you did enjoy today's video and you are enjoying the series, make sure you smash that like button, hit the subscribe button for weekly training videos, and I will see you guys in my next video.